Dude. What are you doing?
What's going on, y'all? I am back once again, and today we're going to be checking out the 3 best methods to make money in Greenville, Wisconsin, with some honorable mentions. So if you're broke like me, you know, like if you're really broke, you don't have any money, you don't have any cars, and you want to start grinding, then I got the best tips for you, the best methods. And yeah, let's get right into it. Alright, so let's get the honorable mentions out of the way first. And the first honorable mention is gonna be just driving to earn, or pretty much just driving to earn money, basically. And this is probably the most popular strat that people use because they don't really want to do too much. They just want to like cruise around and drive while watching YouTube or whatever. And I feel like the best way to grind with this strategy is to just find a car that gets a lot of mileage. So for example, the 2024 Shizuoka Alliance, it gets 547 miles, which is a lot, and you can get other trims which probably have the same. Pretty much just any hybrid vehicle is gonna get a lot of range. So like the Honda Accord, or not Honda Accord, the Honda Civic, aka the Shizuoka Slick, gets 434 miles. If you want an EV, you can get something like the Simple Atmos, which gets 420. Or if you do want a budget alternative, you can get the 1990 WeGo Coral, which at $2,000 gets 27 miles per gallon. You can also get the 1997 Bullhorn Vivid or the Dodge Neon for $2,000 and 29 miles per gallon. It's going to be a bit faster. And if you're on a super tight budget, you can get the 1996 Globe City for $1,500 and it gets 40 miles per gallon. Granted, it does only have 45 horsepower, but you can get a higher up trim like the GSI sedan, and you're still going to get 40 miles per gallon for 4,500. It's going to be fast enough to get you around, so I wouldn't say it's a bad option. But for an example, we're going to use my Dodge Intrepid right here. And if you have advanced shifting enabled, I do recommend just doing automatic, because you don't really have to do anything and don't got to shift. You can just cruise around, kind of like drive like you're role playing. And that's another part of this, is that you have to go to speed limit or like 56, 57. So as long as you don't go above like 60 miles per hour or like 100 kmh, then you're gonna be just fine. You're gonna get the most that you can, and I'm pretty sure the most money you can get out of a single mile is like 745 or something. So that's like where you want to stay at. Just set on cruise control, and yeah, you're pretty much all set. You can just go up and down this road or drive around the back streets. It don't matter too much. In the second honorable mention as I'm driving is that you can select any job and you can get $650 every 5 minutes. And don't choose any of the interactive jobs up here, the red and blue names. Just choose any of the gray jobs down here, and you can get $650 every 5 minutes from doing nothing. You don't got to do anything. And yeah, from a mile, 0.9 miles, I got 749. So yeah, this is probably my favorite way personally, because I can just like drive around and you can like watch YouTube and picture whatever, or just listen to music, scroll on your phone while you're driving and all that. So those are going to be the 2 honorable mentions. And before we get into the best money making strategies, a lot of you guys wanted to see my settings, so I'll just go into all options here and I'll slowly scroll through, and you can just choose all of these options. You can pause if you want. Yeah, it's nothing too exciting, just people were asking for it, and yeah, here you go. Alright, enough chit chat, let's get into the actual money making methods. So first method is going to be the yellow car taxi service, or aka just a taxi driver job. It's kind of around the bottom right here if you can't find it, and you do get 4 taxi vehicles. It doesn't matter which one you choose, they're all going to give the same amount of money. But if you do want to choose like the fastest one, then I guess that would be the 2023 Western Kobold. You don't have to take any roads. You can like go off-roading if you want. You won't lose any money or anything. It will just like get you around faster. And on the top here, like below the toggle phone button, it shows 1 free call. So you can show your calls, and you can see that it's at Fox Mountain Medical Center, 1.9 miles, and it pays $515, and you can click and claim that. And it says that you claim the job, you can go to their location, and it sets a node right there. So if you do memorize where the buildings are, you can just go straight towards there, or you can like kind of role play and do it if you want. If you don't want to be in a hurry or whatever, you can just like drive there in a normal fashion. And while you're doing this job, you also do get paid in miles, so you can kind of get paid to drive, but you're also getting paid to pick up passengers and deliver in places. So this is a pretty simple job, pretty easy to figure out. So this red square right here is where you're gonna park or just like stop. And when you get into the right position, yep, it should turn green right there. and now it says drive the passenger to the shown drop-off location, and it also says another waypoint, so you can just go straight towards there. And I do recommend having dynamic gauges on. So if you go to where is it, if you go to vehicle, set your gauges to dynamic, and if you click the right arrow once, it just shows the map, so that'll probably help you a lot. It does help me quite a lot because you can kind of see where you're going in real time, and you move around and it shows which direction you're facing. And here we are, the drop off is right at the airport, so you just slow down, you go back into the red box just like you did when you picked them up, and once you're inside you just stop, and boom, they fell down. I hope they're okay. But yeah, and then you get paid 515 bucks, and that's all there is to it. It's super easy, and then you just wait a few seconds or like a minute or so for another car to show up. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Now, I don't know how much exactly the job makes per hour, but I just know that it's one of the best paying jobs. So if you do enjoy this type of stuff, then be a taxi driver. On to the next method. Okay, now for the next method, it's going to be the roadmap dealership worker, and it's also kind of at the bottom of the job list, just a little bit above taxi worker. It's right here, and you're going to be wearing a blue outfit. You can't get rid of this, unfortunately, but it is super easy. There's not much to it. You just go over here to an NPC that has a yellow dot above them, and you go up, and it shows 2015 Wolfsburg Raven. It like shows all the stats right here. This stuff doesn't really matter, none of this, but the trick to this job is to memorize the trim, the rims, and the color, and of course the model name. That's really all you got to remember. And then I say the best way to do this is to take a picture of this with your phone, or if you have like a third-party app to screenshot, then you can just highlight this, and once you have a screenshot, you can just click OK, and you go back to the dealership, and you want to make sure the NPC follows you. They are a bit buggy, so just take your time. And if you go all the way here to the dealership, he will teleport over, I'm pretty sure. Or not, I guess he's gonna walk over. Okay, and once he's at the dealership, he's back in the lobby. It's gonna show you, it's gonna kind of quiz you on what the vehicle was that you just memorized. And right here, I do have my screenshot, so I'm gonna just use that. I know it's a little bit cheeky, but I mean, hey, like for money, it's kind of the best way you can do it, to be honest. And you don't get a list of all the vehicles in the game. It's just a list of the vehicles that is in the parking lot. So it's going to be the 2015 Wolfsburg Raven. It is the S trim. The color is forest gray metallic, and the rims is the standard silver 5-spoke. And you click offer, and boom, the customer accepted the offer, and you get 950 bucks, so nearly $1,000. And if you do this really quick, you can get like almost $1,000 in like under 2 minutes or so, which is actually really good, or like in under a minute if you're super fast, I guess. And it's not going to be the same for every server, so every server is going to have different cars in the dealership parking lot, but the cars themselves, once they're in the lot, they don't change. So like all the specifications I just did for that 2015 Wolfsburg is going to be the same, so you can just kind of memorize that. And yeah, this job is super easy to learn, and you make a lot of money from it. So yeah, that's for number 2, and let's move on to number 1. And for number 1, it's going to be the Sahara delivery worker job. It's right at the bottom here. Actually, all the jobs on this video are actually like right next to each other, so it's this one right here. And what you gotta do is you just gotta spawn one of your delivery vehicles. They all look the same in the name, but they are different. So one of them is like a short wheelbase, and then a kind of long wheelbase, I think, and then like a really long wheelbase. So this is the long wheelbase, and oh boy, oh no, I just glitched it. But I'm pretty sure the top one, yeah, the top one is the short wheelbase, so this is the shortest one you can get, and this is kind of like the normal length, like a little bit in between. But if you want a long one, then that's going to be the very bottom one. It's just super long, but I'd recommend getting the short wheelbase if you want to like have a better turn radius and such. It's not going to be much quicker, they're all the same speed, but it'll be a bit better on corners. So what you want to do is you just want to place the van like right here where you can easily get to it, and then you go inside and you go right here at the end of this conveyor belt, and you want to press E to start the delivery, and then it shows this screen right here, and it's just telling you to load the boxes. And right here on the right side, it's going to tell you how much boxes that you need to select. So for the first, and it is in order, so you want to click like 2 of these, done, and then it says 0 of these, and the images are also the same, they all correlate, and you want to do 1 of these, 4 of these, 3 of these. You kind of get the point. Oops, I missed one. And after that, it says you may start delivering, and then it shows a bunch of nodes kind of on the map of where to go, and you can probably guess what you have to do from here. You pretty much just gotta drive to those nodes. And again, you don't have to be on the road just like the taxi driver job. You can just straight up go off-roading the whole entire way, and it's overall a pretty simple job. And then just deliver to those first, and then slowly make your way to the back of the map. And just like the taxi job, you also do get paid for the mileage, so every mile you do get paid money. Okay, and here's the most important part. If you want to deliver the package and actually start making money, you gotta select this first that says deliver box. Then you go to the back of your truck, or van I should say, and then you want to select the box that is shown right here on the far right side. So it's the lawn one, you gotta click that. And then it has like this kind of yellow outline, or like this yellow box, and you got to put it over the blue circle, and boom, you get $645, and that's pretty much it. And you do have to do it in that order. You can't just go straight to the back of the van and then try to deliver it. It says that you gotta kind of go by the mailbox first where the package is meant to be, and then you gotta select that first, and that's pretty much it. And you also do get bonuses, I'm pretty sure. So like every few minutes or so you do get like a $10,000 bonus or something like that. And then you just go right here, they're pretty close to each other. So again, you got to go up to the square, select that, go to the back, select the box that's shown, put it right there, and boom, it's just that easy. And what makes this better than the taxi job is that even though the van is a bit slower, the locations can be pretty close together. So like they can be like across the street from each other, or like just neighbors, and you can just go back to back, and boom, you get like $1,200 within like 30 seconds if you're quick. And the best part is that you can also roleplay, so you can just like set it at cruise control, cruise down the road, and just act like you're an actual delivery driver. So that's pretty much all there is to it. It's just super easy to do, super easy to learn. And yeah, that's gonna be the #1 money making method. And I do really appreciate you guys' support. We hit crazy numbers on the last few videos. I mean 6K and 6K again on both videos, and we're at nearly 400 subscribers. I mean, like, it's just insane, bro. I appreciate the love. I'm still trying to get to 500. I've always wanted to be a YouTuber when I was a kid, so this is kind of a shock to me, you know. And yeah, that's all I got for y'all. See ya.